Good morning. Or more crime scene cleaning. If my game will capture. Hello? Hello? Game? Ah, there we are. Ooh. I didn't okay. I don't know why we can do that. I almost streamed again last night because I really, really wanted to continue this despite our animatronic problem from yesterday. So let's hope that doesn't continue. Hopefully there's different things to do in this one. Don't really want a repeat of that.
It'll be a long night.
Hell yeah.
Even your own home can turn into a trap if you're not careful enough. Get out while you still can.
Okay. Oh. What what map is this? Where are we? I didn't pay attention. What is that? Good luck and What? We can't get out. Okay.
Initializing process of pure.
What do you want?
Hello?
Okay. Let's do our assuming we're gonna be able to get out of here fairly easily.
There is still some work to do.
Oh, I was like, what do you mean? That one. Okay. I don't know what map. Like, this doesn't look familiar at all. Okay, let's get our second bucket of just water. Okay.
I'm still dealing with the unpleasant smell.
I can never understand what it's saying. Is this? What's that? That's like probably how you flush it, right? I can't flush this toilet. Okay. Is there a key in here? In here? Oh, is this okay? Wait, why can't I pick it up? Oh, because I'm clicking the wrong thing.
I'm doing my part.
Okay. Now what? Now what, girl? Oh, there we go. This does not look familiar to me at all. What house is this? Is this gonna be another, okay, another hacking? And we don't know what the numbers are. Okay. No, no more ducks, please. We're traumatized. Is this like a clue of what the code is?
With the unpleasant smell.
This is... I feel like the rugs are better with the sponge. Well, at least we've got like 2 rooms before we have to try to figure out. Also, like, where's our body, like, area to dispose of bodies? There's only 1 body here, it says. Okay.
クリーニングコンプリート。ノーティスミー先輩。
Literally came immediately.
I'm starting to clean up.
What's this? Oh no. Wait. There's a piece of evidence.
ワークインプログレス。
Okay, and it's a... That's the only Oh my god. I forgot. I forgot that this happens. I can't wait to play this game. I like it so much.
They can all go to hell, but you can't. Get back to your room and work on getting your math grades up.
I'm not a kid anymore! You can't just lock me in my room!
As long as you're under my roof, I make the rules.
Okay. What's the star?
There is still some work to
Okay,
do.
wait, a star. This is gonna be hard because I'm not good at like sound things. Like that has to be like you have to like click on these probably and get the right sounds, but nothing's clicking when I... But like earlier when I washed them,
I'm still dealing with the unpleasant smell.
I thought they made noises, but maybe not. I'm not good at that. I'm not good at stuff like that. Yeah, the under my roof argument. You know, my parents never did that to me, but I was also like a very good child, so they didn't have a reason to do that. They also pretty much ignored me, so a lot of it was that. I didn't really have rules anyway. Okay.
I'm doing my part.
Are you though? If you were doing your part, you'd tell me the answer. No! We knew it was gonna happen. We knew. Okay, come over here. You go over here. Maybe if we keep the soap one under here, I won't spill it. What was that? There was a noise. There's another noise.
Purification complete.
I don't like it.
I miss you.
Okay, well, you gotta get put away because we can't even get into the other rooms. Oh, wait, can we get out here, though? Ah! That happened in the first one, too, and it still scared me. What is that box out there? Are those, like, TVs? Okay. I keep hearing... I don't know if it's, like, my own sounds, like, echoing, but... This house looks totally different. Because now that I look out here, I know which house it is. What are the golden birds? Look at the creepy golden birds. Like, now that I look out here, I know what house this is, right? Like, it has a long driveway over there. But it wasn't in the desert before. It was, like, in the woods. It was, like, really far back in the woods. The fish mop. The fish mop is OP, okay? And what does star mean, do we think? What is star? Okay, here's the thing. Now I'm gonna spill the... Oh my god. Okay. Okay, we did it. And now this one we can kind of like do whatever and it doesn't break. Okay. So we got the doorknob from here, we opened the door, and then here's the problem with this, is we don't know what number.
Screw this. Fuck. Hey. Shit. Piece of shit.
Okay, so the good news is I can keep doing that over and over again, but... Okay, so red... Like, what? I don't understand. Dave's the puzzle master. Dave, puzzle master? Help. There's a yellow star. That has to mean something. There's whatever this means. Like, what do I... Can I jump off of here? Ooh, I might be able to. Ooh, I can get my ladder. Maybe that's the way. Maybe this... I'm gonna break the game, aren't I? I'm gonna break the game. I mean, because we know we have to go down here, though. Am I gonna die? Is there fall damage? Oh, it won't let me! There's an invisible wall. Fucking rude. Well, this is how she fell. How come she gets to fall? Man, I'm gonna be stuck. No, that's not the answer. Are we gonna have to Google the answer? What's this map called? Affair with Death. Okay, this is so annoying. You know, I'm dumb. I'm not a puzzle master, so... Nightmare mode. What was it called? Affair with Death. Door code. I lowered my... Okay, because I'm sitting in a short chair. Because my other one's a piece of shit. So I lowered my game screen because... like, it was hurting my neck to be like, what's the answer? So hopefully that fixes it. Okay, it says the code is based on the number of ducks. There are 7 white ducks, 5 red ducks, 3 blue ducks, and 4 green ducks. But how do I know it goes in that order? Like, rude? Oh, because of this. God, you're asking a lot from me. It's 9 o'clock in the fucking morning. Like, be for real right now. Okay, so 7... Okay, we already missed it. 7, 5, 3, 4.
I'm in.
First try. Figured out with our own brain, of course.
It's hard to get used to this.
So I wonder what the thing about the safe is then. This house looks so different. Like, he basically did a whole new map for this. Like, why? Like, we're fine with the way he was doing it. I feel bad he put extra effort into it. A big 0. Yeah. How many puzzles I've gotten right so far? 0. First try no hints from our own brain. No, not another one. Not another one. Please. Okay, let's get this gal going.
Time for that.
What? she had a little moment there. Here's the other problem. We don't know where to throw our stuff away at yet. Because we spawned in a bathroom with nothing.
There is still some work to do.
Which doesn't really make a lot of sense. A heart? Okay, so we had, was it a star in the other one? Oh, there's a key out there. Okay, we gotta figure out how to get the key. It was a yellow star? Okay. That has to mean something. It still says it's dirty. How? Where?
Doing my part.
How? Oh, there we go. Okay. Whoops. Oh, wait, what's this area? Oh, it's just like a closet. Okay, here's another something. No. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this is, like, obvious enough that maybe I can figure it out. 1.
There is still some work to do.
Hell yeah. Does this open this? Yes! Finally, just give me something obvious, please. And then we get this. Oh, there's my truck! And there's a pizza truck! Wait, what's... Oh no, I'm gonna get stuck again. Oh no! Okay. Okay, don't go over there. I just wanted to read what this said. Papa. I don't know. Pablo something. Oh, so is this supposed to be like a hotel? That would make sense. Kind of looks like a hotel sign. Okay, so we found another key. We don't know what it goes to.
Prin Prin, everything is. Have you forgotten me, senpai?
I don't know where you can go now. Wait, what is this open?
Time for cleaning.
Oh, but we have to know the thing. Okay. Where can I put you? Probably nowhere. Everything up here is taken care of. Okay. So we know 01 is the last code. We just don't know the first 2 numbers. I need to clean off my stuff. I'm gonna spill this 100%. Just heard a weird noise. and yellow star and pink heart for some reason. Seeing if there's any numbers in here that we miss. Because they... 0, 1. Can we see anything in here? I mean, even if we did, it would probably have blood on it, so... We should be using the power washer. There we go. I didn't put soap in this. Okay. Get rid of the trash. Oh. Any other trash anywhere? Oh, I bet that chair goes in here.
It's fine now.
Okay. Maybe there's not like a number out here, is there? 2. Okay, 2. And P? Well, we already have P. I mean, we already know it's a 0. Okay, so we just don't know the middle number. 2 something 0 1. Do we just try every combo? 2 something 0 1. Let's look like up. 2 something. Oops.
Screw this. Fuck me.
It's 2501.
Take it easy, Kowalski. Easy peasy.
We did it. I didn't have to cheat. I didn't have to cheat that one. Okay, so can we get out now?
Closed. I need to go another way.
What?
Looks like I'm on a key hunt. These doors won't open themselves.
There's 2 keys that we... No, there's another one. I don't want any more. Okay, so... Okay, I can see my truck from here. So I'm assuming we're going out this way. So I'll just kind of...
Take you as my piece of trash.
Sort of, stack everything over here that needs to go out to the truck. Oh, we can get our gal going as well. We'll put her, like, here. She can probably grab from a few areas. And we gotta remember we can combine bags. Because I forgot I could do that. There's, like, a panic button down here. What happens if I press it? Help me. Help. Okay, elephants. Okay, so we need to know white, red, green elephant. So there's 1 red. Girl, I don't want to count this stuff. I don't want to count this. Oh my god. Let's see if this one just tells us the code. Nope, it doesn't. Rude. So where does this go? This probably goes like... Wait, and now there's a plumb bob. Plumb bob. Oh, that's not an elephant. That's a... I was like, oh, there's a green elephant. No, you don't... That, it's telling us the code. So it's saying how it's white, red, green. So we have to count how many white elephants there are, how many red, and how many green. I don't think it's that we have to move them or put them anywhere. But also, usually most of the codes are like 4 digits, I think. So we might still be missing some information. Now that definitely goes somewhere. I just have no idea where. We are so far away from our water. Can we do more water over here somewhere? No. This needs to go somewhere else. Where's the gaming room? This is where I've cleaned already. Where's the gaming area? I don't remember seeing a computer anywhere. Oh, there's the 5 that we were missing for the other code. I was supposed to like look out here. And the thing is, I saw the handprints, but I didn't notice that they were in the shape of a 5. It was hard to see, to be fair. To be fair, that's hard to see when you're staring through slats like this. I wonder if the... Oh, there's another elephant. Okay. Oh. It's dirty. Let's clean it. Now, try to put it up here somewhere. Okay. We're missing a couple more elephants. Oh, there's another elephant. We really shouldn't have brought this gaming chair up here. It must go through here somewhere. No, pick it up. Okay, there we go. We combined it. Okay, you're probably done. Why is she talking in my pocket? That's never happened. It's never happened before. Oh no, what's that? I don't like it. You know, bring me back the duck, please, at this point. Like, no. I just don't like puzzles like that. Oh, we need the... Is that clean? It's hard to tell. I mean, that's good, right? These are already broken, so it really doesn't matter. Okay, so this has got to go in here somewhere. It's almost puzzle o'clock, and I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Wait, is this? Okay, can I just open this? No! God fucking damn it. We're missing 2 elephants. And we need a key. And this needs to go somewhere. Hum. Hum. I feel like we need to get in here before we can do the elephant stuff. Because there should be more elephants in here. The red one needs to go on the little plaque. But it's not an elephant. It's a... Oh, you think this one needs to go up there. Okay. Yeah, for sure. Good call. Good call. So we're missing a white one. Did we see a white elephant anywhere else and we just didn't notice it at the time? Oh, did we miss a piece of trash? Yeah.
My janitor training comes in handy once again.
Okay, so it's probably not up here since we're not getting anything about furniture being out of place. It's way too early for this, especially I didn't have coffee. Second position, white is first. What are you talking about? Oh, you don't think it's a white elephant that we're missing? I mean, fair. I'm just looking for any elephant, to be honest. I'd take any color. I'm willing to accept purple at this point. Do any of these open? Okay. I doubt that anything's in here, but we'll look. Because we missed so many freaking secrets yesterday. And I fucking had it. It made the sound of opening, but it didn't open. Okay. That got us nowhere. That got us nothing. I hope you're hungry for nothing. What's this? Nothing up here with the tchotchkes. Oh my god. Is there anything in here? No. We haven't really looked here yet either. No, nothing. Nothing but a box.
I need to open it from the other side.
Need to open it from the other side, which means we need this key,
No way through without finding that key first.
which means we need to open this. 4. That's the other problem. 4 numbers. And we only have 3 elephants.
Locked tight. Looks like I'll need to find a key.
And this doesn't even give me a thing. Okay, we are going to look up what this fucking code is. Because how am I supposed to know that? How am I supposed to know that? I don't. No. Yes, take my cookies. This person's walkthrough is like telling you absolutely everything. Like, I don't need to know all this. I just need the code. Oh, okay. I am supposed to press this. Your instincts are right to always press the button. 0618. 0618. Well, do we have another key code somewhere? Where was the other key code? Not here. These are all keys. Okay, so this must be for something we haven't encountered yet. Am I reading it wrong? Did I do something wrong? Am I just not pressing it at the right time? Because this says this is supposed to open this. Oh. I'm supposed to read... Yeah, Dave figured it out. He's smarter than I am. Oh my god, this is why I don't like puzzles. If I wanted to play fucking Zelda right now, I'd be doing it. Okay.
I'm in.
Yeah, no thanks to me. Only, well, it's not gonna be me. It's not gonna be me. Only 1% of people will be able to solve this. Facebook's moms everywhere. Posting. Okay, Dave, figure this out. Well, these are 3s. The Nefertiti's are 3. That's where my knowledge ends. Something minus something equals 8. I don't know. The Nefertiti's are 3. That's my contribution to this puzzle. Oh, I gotta do it right here. Okay, so is this only have 3 then? No, it has 4. What? I don't get it. I don't get it. Just tell me the thing. Just tell it to me. Nefertiti's head has the value of 3. I know because I'm a genius. Horus has the value of 4. Sitting Pharaoh has the value of 12. Therefore, the number pad's code is 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? Kill yourself in game because that's the rudest thing I've ever seen in my life. What the fuck? And all that to get a key. Okay, now which thing does it open? This? Yes. Ah, fresh air. Oh my god. My car. Why did I just hear like a coyote or something? Do I have to clean this? Nope. I can't clean it because it's dirty. Okay, yes, I do have to clean that. We are desperately in need of water on the first floor. The noises are not my favorite. Oh, there's a kitty. Where's the kitty? Kitty spilled a wine glass. Oh, that's a bush. God, this cat like stepped in Dave, don't tell everyone the combination to your luggage. That's not a good idea. Why? Are they gonna come eat me? I feel like I'm still doing this. Not sitting up properly. Okay, are we good out here? I can't open that. Wait, do I have to go in here? Oh. Oh my god. What is that? What is that? Oh, we have a white cross. No. Oh, there's the elephant! God damn it. Is this the code? Oh, this is a 7. I can do this puzzle. That's a 0. Finally, a puzzle I can do, you know? I don't know what this one is. What is this? What number is this? Am I dumb? Is this supposed to be like a 4? That's not how you make a 4. Just so everyone knows. You put that down, your teacher's marking you wrong. 7048.
I'm in.
Hell yeah, give me this. We'll come back in here. I don't know what... There's gotta be other shit in here, right? You would think. You would think there's gonna be other shit in there. Wait, can I go in here? Oh. That's just outside. I have the other elephant! And you said it wouldn't be a white elephant. Please, be for real. I knew it was gonna be. I don't know what that means. I mean... Oh, I thought maybe that would open now. That's fucking rude. Like, what does that mean? So we're missing a key. We still can't get in there.
These doors won't open themselves.
Let's take our garbage out. I keep seeing, like, a shadow. I don't like it. We desperately need some water. We're gonna have to go upstairs. Let's go back in here. Maybe there's a key somewhere in here. Key. It's gotta be in that room, right? Like what? Like we don't know what these mean yet either. Okay. Like this? No. Oh, we have to punch this. It just counts as trash. Why? Why just that piece? Why just that piece? Just to be tricksy? Nothing on here does anything. White, red, green. What about it? What about it? Like that's the cross heart plumb bob. Oh. Hell yeah. This has to do something. This is the hardest thing I've ever chopped up in my life. This has to be giving us something, right? No, pick it? Oh my god. Let's get out a pipe. But I put them where the game said to put them. I didn't place them that way. The game wanted them that way. I mean, we can try it. I'll definitely try it. I'm up to try anything, so come here. Oh, it does. Okay, I just thought. Okay, you were right. Yeah. Combining the garbage, we remembered to do it. I hear water. What? No, I don't like that down here. How come I can't move it? Is it dirty? What is happening? How do I get down here? Oh, I gotta go like this. Okay. I can handle that. Now we have a white circle. Blue circle? Blue circle. I'm not reading all that, but like, I'm happy for you. Or sorry that happened. Disinformer. Microwave magic. Hell yeah. My mom had a book just like that when I was a kid. I'm sure I was supposed to get something out of that, but... yeah, this is... oh no. Oh no!
This whole place is rotten down to the foundations. What do you make of it, boss?
Yeah, lower it a little bit.
Wanted to summon the bucket. She thought it would be funny.
Wanted to summon the what?
Kids do these days.
A Naxuna Moon?
House.
Yeah, this is definitely the puzzle map, you know? Oh, girl, we're rich. Oh, we're getting nothing. Okay, well, we're still picking it up because I feel like underneath this, yeah. Okay, see? I figured it out. We're getting it all just in case. Because, you know, press the button. First instincts are correct. Always. What's in here? Can I get in this? Like, do you think I can get in that? No, there's no, like, press whatever button. Okay. Okay. What is this, a picture? This is a bald guy in a robe sweeping the outside. Okay. That's meaningful. I feel like that's a hint of something. This says we have to punch it. Okay. Punched. Oh, what's this? Is this, like, do I have to pick this up and put it? Nope. I can't pick it up. Okay. Red. Question mark. It's a... there aren't any that... oh, 12. Right? But it's a stripey one, not a solid one. Am I right? Or is it 7? That's not the same color. Am I wrong? That's a 7. So that's gonna be, the one with the money is gonna be 7, right? And what's the dart one? And the knife one? One of these said knife my wife. Is there a number on here? 25. 2002. Oh. You think it's a 4 on the ball? Okay. So we know knife is 5. Maybe we should look at all of these. Okay. Do all of these have a number? Yes, they do. Okay, but we're not using all of them. Okay, so what would represent a blow dart in this? Or like a, it's not a blow dart, it's like a darts, like the game darts. Does one of these say something about darts? No. Right? I don't see anything about darts. Is there a dart in here? Oh, there's a dart here! I'm dumb. 9. Okay, so 9. We're not positive on this pinky purple ball. You think it's a what? You thought it was a 4? Where is there a 4? That's a solid. 9475. Okay. I'm gonna trust you. I don't understand where you get the 5 or then 4, but you're smarter, so. There is no 4 ball. 7, 5.
Easy peasy.
Where's there 4? There's 14. Oh, the 4 ball is missing. Okay. Okay. I just thought that was where the white ball was supposed to go. I don't know anything about pool. I don't know a single thing about it. Never played it. Don't know anything about it. So I thought the white ball was supposed to go in there.
Can't pick up anything with a full bag.
Why are we throwing away so many empty boxes? Is this like evidence of our smuggling?
Right into the bucket.
That's not a bucket, bro. I mean, I guess it is a bucket, but... Okay, what? Something else has to be going on in here. What is all this shit? What? What is the point of this room? We didn't get anything in here other than garbage. What is this? Is that... Is this drugs? And the Ronald McDonald? Am I supposed to... No? There's, like, nothing good in here. Why did I even want to come in here? Just to get this trash? Like, how fucking boring. I don't want this trash. There's gotta be a key. There's gotta be a key. I can't even steal the drugs. Oh, this is what we wanted. The door. Okay, which door does this go to? We can't forget we have trash down here, too. Oh, it goes in here. Nice. And now we're back. No. Is it here?
No way through without finding that key first.
This is so convoluted. I swear to God. Dave, you would love this map. This is your fever dream map. Oh, wait. This has all the other puzzles in it. Like, it has that one and that one. Where does this go? Oh my God. There's a key. We don't know which room it goes to. That's a code room. Where's the key room? Aha. Yes. Okay, now we're back where we were. But where is some water, you know? I just want some water. Oh, there's some water right here. Okay, so we can go upstairs, get our buckets. I'm gonna get this trash while we're right here. Oh, we have blood down here too, but I think I'm like almost out of anything. Okay, there. Just enough. Just enough. It makes you want to play Talos Principle. It makes me definitely never want to play that. I fucking hate puzzles. You know, I play this game to relax and turn my brain off, you know? Okay, let's get Yuki going. She might have already done this room.
Time for cleaning.
There's another code thing over there. No, she didn't do this room. Is she doing it? Nothing's happening. Ugh, this mouse, it's so easy to bump the thing, and then it just quits working.
I'm still dealing with the unpleasant smell.
Why is she not doing anything? Did she already do this room through the wall? I'm thinking she may have.
I'm starting to clean up.
Yeah, I think she already did this. Oh, there's another key that we need. Do we have any keys that we didn't use yet? No, of course not. Of course not. There's another safe.
Work in progress.
This is gonna be a delicate area. There's a number under there. There's a 6. Do you think there's a number under any of the other ones? I don't want to move them to find out.
There is still some work to do.
Oh my god. That's so many numbers. What the fuck? It's like a whole Sudoku over here. How is that gonna help us? There's no codes with that many numbers in it. You think one line? Yeah, okay. So the bottom line has 4. And the middle line has 4. And then the top line has like 1,000,000.
I'm doing my part.
There's numbers of bottles on the bar too. No, I'm not counting bottles, okay? We will Google before I'm counting. She just stopped working. I'm just gonna put her away. I think she's confused.
Greetings.
No.
Senpai,
There we go. Okay, let's go upstairs, get our water buckets. There's a garbage bag up here somewhere. Oh god. We'll just go ahead and go for broke on these because we already did that one. Yeah, I just hate when you have to, like, count things. Okay, let's... Okay. We have a garbage bag somewhere up here that we need to put away. I don't know where it is. Maybe it's not up here. Maybe that just means in general. I'm lost. Okay, there we are. Okay, and we'll get set up in our new water area. And I also need to fill my laser gun. And we need to put soap in it. I like using this one. Okay, we're ready. We're ready to do it.
Need to empty the trash can first.
I mean, not being able to get into every single room immediately is nice sometimes, because then you can, like, you know, instead of, like, running around and overwhelming yourself, you can just be like, okay, well, I'm just gonna do this area then, and worry about that some other day. I don't know where this goes at all. Just love to place my antique armoire, you know, directly behind a pillar. It's very important to do that sometimes. Of course that doesn't go there. Of course it doesn't. We still don't know where this goes either. Well, there was like that surveillance room. Oh yeah, right there. It goes right here. Oh, what is happening here? Jesus. This is not gonna work well because I have to clean under here. We'll just sponge it. What is that? That's another puzzle. That's part of the square puzzle. I don't even remember where that was now. So bloody over here. Oh no. Oh no.
Just think of the money. Think of the money.
We're not even getting money for this, dude. We're doing this for fun. Imagine that. Work is my passion, you know? Nope. Somewhere I have traipsed through blood. Okay. That goes right there. Okay, so all that's left is like this and this. This should probably be a... That's what I think of your puzzle. Oh, that was my bad. We flew too close to the sun there. We're still only at... We're missing 40% of blood? What the hell? Oh, because of this room. Yeah. Yeah, you'll have that. We can't get out, like, another way. Can we? No. Where does that... That must go in there. Like, this chair must go in there. Okay, so... I have no idea how to interpret that. I have no idea how to interpret that. Skipping. You can now, below the kitchen bar is a safe with a number padlock. The code for the same is the number of bottles on the counter. Dave was right again. Inside is the key for the display cabinet padlock. 9, 5, 4, and 6. Okay, now we figure out what door this goes to. Does it go to this? It does. And this gets us this lovely piece of wherever. We don't know where these go yet. This, I don't remember where that puzzle was. It wasn't in here. No. Okay, let's run around with this in our face. And was it down here? It wasn't down here. Was it? Does anybody remember where that was? No, it's not down here. Where was that? Oh no. Was it in the garage? Was it up here? I don't remember. Was it? No, that's where we came from. Where does this go? I don't remember where it was. It was through the elephant room? Oh. No. No, because that's just the basement. And the kitchen that we were just already in. Does it go? Oh, okay. It just goes on this wall. But do we know which order? No, we don't. Not that one, because it's going to frame a number, right? It has to frame a number. Okay, so that one goes there. I was thinking of a different puzzle. There was one that we saw that was like, so this could be either this one or this one. We don't know until we find the third one. We'll leave it there for now. I was thinking of a different one. I don't know why. I remember... Did we... No, that wasn't it. Was there something out here like that? No. Just like making shit up. I don't know. I don't have to break this, do I? I do. We're still missing 7% of the blood as well. The screaming is really crazy. We don't... Do we have to put something here? Oh, that's to close it. Okay. Let's leave it open. Well, I am baffled a little. I don't even know what we're supposed to be doing next. We're supposed to figure out this code, which we need the other painting for. I keep hearing something. Oh, that's where that chair goes. We still gotta figure out how to get to the pool area, too, because we need the body. I mean, this probably leads out. Yeah, there's the pool right there. Okay, well... I know, that's what I'm saying. Look around on the ground. On the ground? There. Is it like behind here? No. Go around. Like this isn't it, obviously. I don't think it's in here. What's that? We might just cheat. I mean, the problem is we have to find that painting somewhere because otherwise we're not going to have all of our items back in the correct spot. It's not in here. And the thing is, I remember seeing it. I just don't remember where it was. It's not like up. I do be baffled. You think it's upstairs. Okay. I mean, there's paintings. But they're not ours. Not our painting. Nothing here. I don't get it. I just don't. I don't like stuff like this. Okay, in the walkthrough, it says there's one in the hall corridor. What is a hall corridor? Please let me know, because I mean, any of these I would describe as a hall corridor. Like, this is a hall corridor. This is a hall corridor. This is a hall corridor. I'm gonna need a little more information than the hall corridor. This? Oh my god. You fuckers. Okay, 1408.
Easy peasy.
I wouldn't say that, but you can say that, I guess, if you want to. Is that garbage? What's that? What is that? Someone's snot rags. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna lose my shit. We need to clean our shit. That's not where you thought you saw it. I'm telling you, this game is cursed. Oops. Not what I meant to do. I think we're good on that, though. We do need a bucket of soap. What kind of soap do we want? Oh, we don't need that one. Get that one. Okay. Creepy time.
What's happening? Why is the whole house humming?
It's probably our daughter's way of getting back at us. Reason to panic.
What is that? Why is it huge? Why is it so fucking huge? I didn't like that. The mummy. She summoned a mummy.
I need to clear the way first. Back where it belongs.
Mean this so we stop tracking blood everywhere. Okay. These look like the most uncomfortable couches of all time. Like how these fancy rich people, no matter what house we're in, they're all sitting on these college ass futons. Like what? Why? Why do that to yourself? You've got money. Buy a real piece of furniture, please. For the love of God. What are we supposed to do with this, you think? Oh, we gotta make them the right colors. So, it's yellow, and it was pink. Is that supposed to be pink? That's white. Wasn't it a pink heart? Or was it a blue heart? No, it was a blue circle. I remember that. This was white. What? Oh, is that white? What? Doesn't that look pink? Is that pink? Where's white? We had a green plumb bob. That's green. I haven't seen a triangle yet. Does that work for white? White is the static? Okay. I mean, we just guessed, and we got it. Okay, so we can go get the body. I just heard a weird noise. I don't like it. What's over here? What are these boxes? What are these? This is a puzzle. Where do we put it, though? Look, I did it. I did it already. What is this? Press the button. Always press the button. I don't know where we're supposed to put all of these at. The body. Oh no. Look at the little ducks. They're eating strawberries on a tiny oriental rug. The screaming just is delightful, I have to say. It's my favorite part. Where are we supposed to put this at? I'm at least finding them. Please let me find like a speaker or something that will shut off the terrible screaming. No, but I did find the body. Okay, gal.
Can't really call it a soft landing.
I mean, at least, where is the dad, right? This is mom, correct? Where's the dad at? Oh, there's... Okay, we have to figure out how to empty the pool because there's 2 boxes in the pool. Or 1? 2 or 1? Oh, it's probably that right there. Okay, let's get rid of Mother because she's slowing us down. Okay. Yeah, it says there's only one body. So what happened to Dad? Yeah, this map is crazy. And this is nothing like what the house used to look like. Like, I don't think he reused a single thing. Like, this area was in the first one. But, like, literally nothing else. It's freaking crazy. Like, this kind of looks similar, but definitely not exactly the same. Holy shit. There's a couch cushion up there. That looks like it opens, does it not? No, it doesn't. With all those, like, handprints on it, I thought it was gonna be open. Okay. Oh, how do I get that down? I hate that we get this, like, shitty ass ladder. It's like, I want a taller one. Let me climb. Okay. We're pretty good in here. We're missing a lot of furniture, it says. Does that count outside as well? No. Oh, we're missing 2 couch cushions. We're missing some blood as well. Oh, yeah. How did we miss all that blood? Jesus. Where else? We're so close on it. Just give it to me. Could it be... It's counting this area as well. Yeah. Oh my god. Why? Oh, right here. We're like not even making a dent in our 97%. What is happening? There's gotta be like a huge spot that I missed somewhere. Why? Stop. That was hardly a little... I don't understand. Oh. Oh, okay. Just basically like the entire floor is just micro dirty. Dude, I don't get it. What is happening? This map is just fucking cursed. Like, literally. Behind the couch cushion on the top shelf. Like, up here? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's still not even getting us a percent. Not even a percent. Oh, there's a couch cushion, though. You know, I hate this map so much, I might not give a shit. I mean, I don't hate the map, I just hate the premise, you know? I just don't get it. I don't get it. Wait, is this in the right spot? Yeah, that's the right spot. It's in the right spot. We may have a chair missing here. The head. Okay, I think we have one puzzle left, and it's the basketball court one. I don't know where to put this stuff. Like, where are we supposed to assemble this? That does not go there. Eyeball? Eyeball? Maybe there? This is hard. Yeah? It's just solid yellow. That one's also solid yellow. Okay, so I feel like the ones with the black on the bottom go first. Does that line up? I just don't like that you can't really, like, make it click at all. Like, you'd think there'd be the Roman Empire book on the shelf. This shelf? You're gonna have to be a little more specific. There's a lot of shelves. Oh, this one. Oh. Okay. See, I did say it looked like a door. I just wasn't willing to dedicate any time to it. Okay. That is definitely where our missing blood is. Do you think this... Oh my god. There's more! What else we got in here? Anything? Oh. We already figured that one out. We did it without it. Oh, that was just locking me in. Okay. Okay. Okay, now tell me how to figure out the basketball one. Where are we supposed to assemble this garbage? Oh wait, there's more. There's another one. Okay. I don't get it. We gotta clean this off too. I completely forgot about this crap.
Can't pick up anything with a full bag.
I can't... Oh. I thought it was telling me I couldn't pick it up because it was dirty. I was like... Don't test me, sir. I've had it. Okay. We done over here. Very minimally dirty. This is still saying we're missing a bunch of blood out here. Is there another area in here that we don't know about? %7 of blood? What's this say? Parking. Creepy bird. I wonder if we just didn't get this area well. Yeah. Oh yeah, we missed the whole line. Okay. We're missing one furniture. I wonder if there's supposed to be a different painting there or something. Oh, it's this guy. Where does he go? Where would you go? Right there. We did it. Okay, nice. So now it's just this mess. And you said I have to... Oh, what? Oh! Here's where it goes. Nice. Okay. So. Probably like down here-ish. Wait. So it's letting me put it anywhere. It's letting me put it anywhere. I don't like that. Does this have a picture on another side? No, it's empty everywhere. So that is a little baffling. Okay. Okay, that for sure does not go there then. So we gotta move all these over one. No. This map was really hard. And I hate puzzles, so that's probably because I'm dumb, so... So this has got to open probably when we do this. I just don't understand what the picture is fully supposed to be either. Just like observing the creepiness. Those coyotes. We don't know any idea where this eyeball goes. Okay, what is this? Could this go? Like that? Maybe? Eyeball? That does not look right. Oh, it's a rubber duck. Okay. Okay, we can see that. Well, then this for sure is not right. I think we got the bottom, potentially, right? This is maybe the back of his head a little bit. No, I don't think so. Maybe his butt, his booty. No. No. I mean, that looks not right. I don't know. I don't know where that goes. We'll put that right there for a minute. This is his mouth. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. You think the eyes go up top? Like, oh god. Like that. But this is like his weird chest area. Yeah. Okay, this makes a little bit more sense. I still don't know about this one. Are we missing some boxes still, you think? I think. This one probably goes like right here. No. Maybe? No, that's weird. I don't think that's right, but at least I'm not tripping over it. Okay, so we need some more boxes. Where are some more boxes? Oops, and then I fell in the pool. Then I fell in the pool. Oh, there's one. Graceful. Graceful as they came. Hello? Hello, you go down here, I think. This is challenging. Okay. Missing 3. You think I need to shoot the oh, there's another one. Okay. It's probably going to be 1 left in there, right? Don't you think? To shoot the basketball. This is a corner of an... Okay. Eyeball. Is he flipping me off? Is he flipping me off? That's how I feel. I feel like I've been flipped off. Is there any over here? Nope, we're pretty good. I don't want to count on there being 2 behind the basketball thing. But we will do that if we've looked everywhere else. I haven't looked up here yet. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay. Now we know. That was a money piece too. Oh god. How do we get it in? Oh my god. How? Okay. 1 last piece, and you said it relies on my basketball ability to get it, which is like basically 0. Oh god. How do I throw it? I'm never gonna get that. I'm never gonna get that. I'm never gonna get this. How? No! This is never gonna happen. Oh my god. There's gotta be like a sweet spot, right? But when it's moving... No. Okay, that was close, I feel like. No. No. This is never gonna happen. No. I mean, at what point do I give up? No! Oh my god. I'm over it. Do you have... It, like, gave up. It was like, our battery's over, so, like, you can't do this anymore. Oh, that was so close. That was so close! Oh my god. You know how some people play Elden Ring? This is me playing Elden Ring. This is my Elden Ring. No! Okay, I think we might have to call it. I don't think I could do it. Yeah, this is my 11-day battle with Melania, whatever her name is. Ugh! No. This is fucking evil. I'm taking back my game of the year. What if I do it when it's stationary? Nothing happened except I got an achievement. So is that not it? You think that's not it? I mean, I know it wasn't moving, but... Do you think we're just missing one? I don't get it. I don't get it. Let me continue my walk through to basketball court. I don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. It says, in the swimming pool area are 16 puzzle cubes. Yeah, so we're just legit missing one. There's one somewhere around here that we haven't seen. And so it has nothing to do with the door. Like, it does. Like, once we get it, the door will open. But it says there are 16 puzzle cubes just out and about. So we have all of them that we need. We just don't know where they are. Is there another one over here that we miss? I wonder if one could be in the house. Like, could one have been in here and we didn't notice because we weren't looking for a weird cube thing? Is there one, like, under here? Is there one, like, in here? Let's look in the basement, too. Might look in the garage. That's a box. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, we're missing all the cubes. Or one of the cubes. And it doesn't give me the location of the cubes in the walkthrough. It just says, you have to search everywhere, including the secret locations. Which is kind of vague. Like, what are the secret locations? look up too. Sometimes I forget to look up. That might just suck. It might just suck and we just don't get it again. All the basketballs we threw in the pool. I think those are from me playing basketball. I feel like it's gotta be over here somewhere. It's gotta be in the woods hiding. Let's go this way. I didn't go this way before. Serpentine, serpentine. Those are the ducks. Man, I think we're just fucked. Oh wait, what about oh my god, it was over here. I'm so glad. I'm so glad we found it. Okay. This better be worth, you know? It's the music. Okay, we didn't miss anything this time. Yeah. I'm popping all the balloons with frustration. I should have got $1 million. Like, the dev should have come over and shook my hand. Like, we're leaving. We're leaving. Get me out of here. Out of here. I hate it here. I'm never doing that map again. I mean, we got all that fake money. $2 hours. That took 2 hours. Rubles. $0 for the rubles. And we found all the secrets, which was really just that cassette. Oh my god. Do you think they're all gonna be like that now? Look at that. Look at that. We got the perfect score on the hardest fucking map, I swear. Wait, what is this? This is different. Was this here? Yesterday? I don't remember that. Or if I just didn't pay attention. Oh, we have to equip our boxing gloves. That is our new sponge. I can't wait. I want to get the gun. I would have shot so many things in that last. Is that the one we just did? Yeah. So this is a small map. And we get the kitty for it. The kitty. I wonder if it has a different voice. Or if it just looks like a kitty. I'm glad you had fun. Because I did not.
Tyler really wanted to get his life together. But some of us will never escape our past.
What is that?
All that's left of him are some memories.
Are those boxes
And
of
his cats.
and his cats? Oh. We've turned Tyler's apartment into a kitty condo. This is so funny.
I'm not a garbage man. I'm a trash collector.
Let's get our...
Refreshing the air.
Hello there.
ハロー
The kitty footprints are notoriously hard to clean up.
There is still some work to do.
Look, even our mat is a pizza mat. What? There's like... What is that? See, in the first map, this is like a hallway to his kitchen. There's spilled milk.
Need to empty the trash can first.
I'm still dealing with the unpleasant smell.
What are these weird... Oh my god. That's crazy. Oh my god. Wait, why is there a dead person in here? Did the cats kill a person?
I'm doing my part.
There's 3 bodies in here. What is happening? Okay, that's a room in the original. Ooh, what is the creepy noise? What is that noise? Jeez. So we gotta move this. What does this say? Treat Co. Your pet's dreamland. Yeah, they're majorly living in dreamland. They're living in heaven.
I'm still dealing with the unpleasant smell.
This map's so much smaller. I love it. I don't understand why there's dead people here though. Like what happened? Do we have evidence here? We have 2 pieces of evidence to find here. I have to break that down.
Doing my part. Clean, clean. Everything is clean.
What does that mean? Why does it say ding? Ding. What is it? Why does it say ding? Oh, we don't need a flashlight in here. We're good. So many garbages.
Time for a bag swap.
I miss you.
I'm right here. We're all in this together, girl.
Let's make it cozy again.
The light. Oh god. Oh my god, I'm scared. They poop in the bathtub? I dinged. Now what? Come here.
There is still some work to do.
I gotta... There's gotta be a way. Oh, I'm gonna get stuck again. I'm gonna get stuck again? Oh my god. How do I get up there? Can I get up there? I feel like that's something, but I don't know how to get up there. It's pulling... Oh, it's pulling blood from the... I thought it was pulling blood from whatever's back there.
Let's get rid of that.
We do have one more body to find somewhere. Oh, there's the evidence. Maybe this will give us a clue as to what happened.
I made some bad decisions. Then my life became messier than your litter box.
I can't help you like that.
I can't be with you forever.
Oh, that's sad. We got a lot of poopy to clean up. This is a very interesting litter setup. Take some inspo. I hate all the boxes are in the way.
Please lift me up.
Oh, did she fall over? Yeah. There's really not that much blood for her to clean up in here. Maybe I'll go in here.
I'm starting to clean up.
Human organs? These cats are out of control.
Work in progress.
I kind of hate this. What's the consensus here? How many cats do we got in here? What is happening in this room? Like, what?
All work,
I'm
no
still
play.
dealing with the
So the
unpleasant smell.
cats were like, fuck. You know, they didn't want the treats anymore. They wanted human organs. So, yeah. They were like, this is crazy. This is very jarring. I don't think I like it. And that sucks because we did a lot of work to get those. We did
Work in progress.
a lot of shit to get that. What is happening behind here? Space heaters? You like the boxing gloves? It just feels... Oh. As we kick Yuki to the heavens. I just think it's kind of, it's the animation is not, like, smooth on it. If it was, like, a little smoother, maybe I'd like it better.
Time for cleaning.
It's just so crazy. It's beautiful out there. Reminds me of Dreamlight Valley a little bit. Like when you go to Mythopia. I like the cleaning off animation. That's funny.
I'm doing my part. Harmony of purification complete.
She's done in there.
Don't leave me alone.
Get the poopy. There was some poopy in here. I feel like there's got to be a way to get in here. Do we need... Nope, nope. Come back. Sit right there. Okay. I can't go. Can't go in there. I feel like I should be able to go in there.
Notice me, senpai.
Girl, it's a small map. You're just not gonna have as much to do in here. Put you in the kitchen. Could we not have left the human-sized doorways? Oh, well, that wasn't my fault.
Let's make it cozy again.
It's a lot. I mean, it's really not a lot based on what we've been through, but get this shit out of here. Beefy.
Work in progress.
I don't think you're supposed to put cans in the microwave. Nothing. So much up there. We're like trying to... Oh, what?
I'm still dealing with the
What?
unpleasant smell.
What is this tiny little door? There's a little mouse. Thought maybe there would be a secret in there. Oh god, this is gonna be annoying to not destroy all the boxes, but I mean it doesn't really matter because they're not trash, so that got dirty so fast.
Work in progress.
Need to empty the trash can first.
Everything is clean.
That looks too big for trash. It is. Look at the little piece of cheese. That's so cute. Oh, I thought it was trash because of the other map. All the cheese is trash, but... It's kind of weird how we never see the cats. Okay. Ooh, do we have to, like, parkour it up here? Oh, my ladder's in the other room.
Have you forgotten me, senpai?
Okay. Oh. I found the other body. I can't reach him. There we go. So we gotta parkour it up here for something. Whoops. Wait, what? Do we have to put the castle back together? Dude, I don't want to do that. Oh my god. That fucking sucks. I don't want to do that. I was like, oh, this level won't be bad because, like, there's, like, nothing that much to do. Our gloves are dirty. So we don't want to disturb these boxes. Before I was like, oh yeah, we can just clean the floor and whatever. Yeah. When he said nightmare mode, he said nightmare mode. That was dirty. Oh, don't use that. Don't you oh, don't you dare use that. Don't you dare. We're gonna do a whole sponge run. It's gonna be all sponge. Whoops. It's just like automatic to use my sponge or to use my fish. That's garbage. Oh. I mean, at least this lets me take out my aggression, you know, on the last map. Oh my god, they just be spilling everything. Okay, make sure these boxes are clean. I think all of these ones are clean. And we don't have to, like, care where they go. So that part is nice. You know, that just... It just clicks into place. They don't have to all be facing a certain direction or make a picture. But they do have to be clean. They do have to be clean. Okay, let's take this over here because we're going to be parkouring. That one was dirty. This one's gonna be dirty too. Yeah. They snap together and you can just move about your day. This one's still dirty. Okay, good. This one's still dirty. Get clean! It is really annoying to have to clean these after the fact. These are all clean. These are all clean. That one's not clean. No. It's hard. Hard habit to break. Why? Come clean. There we go. Stop it. I like how they just float in midair. It's like, yep. The sound is nice. Oh, we already had that one in place. The problem is gonna be when we're like down to the end and we can't find a box, probably. There's gonna be one hiding in that weird corner that we can't get to. These are all clean, I do believe. Oh, there's one. Oh, that's why we have to parkour then. When I was like, I don't understand why we have to go up here. Because of this. Okay. There we go. So just throw it. Oh, you gotta crouch and throw. Oh God. No! Oh God. No! It's hard to get up here. Okay. Crouch, crouch. Okay. I can't reach it. Oh God. There's also blood up here. I think we're good. I mean, we have to go over there, right? I gotta punch it. Get that down first. There's blood on the ceiling. We can get that with the laser. I'm not gonna stress about that. Okay, well.
Time for a bag swap.
Nope. That's a big problem. No. Aha! See, we knew there would be boxes somewhere that we weren't going to be able to get to. Get out of there. Oh my god, so many. Oh my god. It's so hard to get this to throw out there. No, don't break that. No. Oh my god. Wait, what's in here? Nothing? We've got a piece of evidence up here as well. Okay. Mostly successful there.
The Wicked One will start looking for me as
The
soon as
Wicked
he
One?
finds out I'm dead.
The cat's name is Carol.
I don't have 9 lives like you. I had 1, and I fucked it up.
Okay. Are we good up here? Okay. I think we're good. I don't get what the point of that is. Like, we don't need this, right? No, can't even pick it up. We don't need that. Okay. So, we gotta get this down. We still have blood up here. I think the ceiling we can get with the laser. But hopefully. Okay. Are we good up here? We just need that down, which shouldn't be a problem. Yeah. Okay. We should be good. Chaos. You know, one of these boxes are gonna be dirty and I'm not gonna know which one it is. That's a problem for future me. The only thing is, if we use the laser down here, we have to be really careful to not disrupt the boxes. This one is dirty. Okay. That's good, I think. What was that? That one was dirty. I'm gonna lock myself in here. My God. Okay, we did it. Wait, that one... Okay. That one wasn't locked in. That's the other issue we'll probably have. Oop. Okay, we've got a box up here. Okay, question is... Let's put some soap in there. Let's just do this one. Oh, that's a cat. I didn't even notice. Okay. Can't really reach. Okay, that looks pretty good. I think that looks good up there. This doesn't have to go anywhere, does it? I don't think so. Oh my god. Okay. Any more boxes lazing about? No, but probably in here. Oh yeah, a ton in here. But these are all dirty. Well, probably a lot of them are. Well, not too many. Maybe just these. That one looks fine. Maybe these are fine. Just this one. Oh, there's one right there. Okay. Okay. Now we can mop in here. But we gotta clean our shit. Let's clean off our gloves while we're over here as well. Oh, we've got all kinds of... Let's start kicking these out as well. Oh, of course. Of course. Of course that happened. Because we're dumb. It's okay. Soap is free. Soap is free. Soap is free. Okay. So many boxes. Hey, I think we are good. At least we did it after we washed our tools, not before. How did... Is that a shelf or a drawer? I thought it was a drawer. No depth perception. One swipe. One swipe. And it had enough. That's dirty. No, I don't want that one. Okay. This is a big scratch. Oh my god, look at this. We were never gonna find this. We were never gonna find it. There's another one. Jesus. I'm like seeing boxed shaped objects and I'm like, that's a box. There's so many boxes. There's so many boxes. I mean, 106 boxes, probably, to be exact. Nice. Okay, we're getting closer. I'm gonna put like some of this stuff up here so it's not like clattering around. I think it's hard to tell like what is milk on the floor. Okay. I don't think these have to go anywhere specific. I don't think anyway. Yeah. Doesn't seem like it. I wonder if this has to go in that one room with all the carriers. Yeah, back here. I don't think it has to. Let's hope not. Because I just fucked him all up. But last time we were in here, we didn't know we needed all these boxes, so... Okay. Looks good. We gotta clean some of these boxes, too. These ones. Okay. Just grab and toss. Grab and toss. Too bad you didn't have like a big broom and you could just broom them all out. Petition to add a broom, please. Let me get these before I forget that I saw them there. At least this is all, like, brainless. Like, it's like, okay, you've just done the puzzle map. Here's some soothing activity. Repetitive. It feels like we've touched way more than 106 boxes, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, now we should be able to focus on the blood.
So much blood, I'm seeing red now.
And the milk, of course. Oh my god. There's milk on the vase. How does that happen? Got some trash in here as well. Ooh, we may have gotten all the trash. As long as we don't break anything. That's a big if. That's a big if. Okay. Not all the blood, though. Probably got some milk residue that's counting as blood. That's dirty. Why does one not go there? Should one not go there? Oh, I think we just had a glitch a little bit. Yeah. It had fallen through the floor of the map. Okay. We're running low on spaces to put them. That's good. Or we kind of have to navigate the other corners a bit. Shouldn't that be one as well? Is this sturdy? I feel like this is sturdy. Nope, it's not. That one is. I'm confused about the structure of this. Not all the mapping is making sense here. Okay, this is a little stubborn. So I'm gonna carefully... Okay, that's too close. I can't risk that. Why? Okay, that goes there. This is just so starting to not make a lot of sense to me. Like, 'cause why? Empty boxes break vases. We have to remember that. Like, shouldn't there be one right here? Like, this looks weird. Maybe not. Like what? Oh. We are at 98 out of 106. 99. How many do we think we're going to be missing? A few. A few. No. What the hell? What the helly? Okay. Let's go inside. Hello? Oh. Yeah, see, that's kind of the problem I was anticipating, was that we're gonna not be able to figure out where they go. Or I was gonna have left some weird corner hollow and not realized. Wait, do we have to move this? No. No, we can't move it. Because this box is floating. So, shouldn't it need something under it? Just floats. Use duct tape for that one. We just don't know because we weren't here. Like that one. That one's gonna be floating as well. Some... Okay, we're missing 2. But that's okay, because we didn't really finish. Yeah, there's one up there. So now we're going to be missing 1. Of course, we're missing 1. We called it. We knew. We knew it. There is some footprints and some milk. There's another little mouse door. I want to open it. Is that another one? Can't tell. Oh my god. It's stubborn. Okay, well we gotta clean all this shit up in here, so...
So much blood. I'm seeing red now.
Okay, I think we got all the blood. That was it. Blood and milk. Does that come open? No. We're missing a box. It's gonna be a box in a drawer. Or, I mean, it's not necessarily a box. It could just be something else that needs to go somewhere. So just... We haven't really seen anything other than a box, right? Like, furniture-wise? Is this... Oh, that's a bell. Could this... This has to do with something, right? Remember when we looked outside and it said ding? That was over here. That was right... Oh! What? What? Oh! Oh! What's going on? Okay. We got a hairbrush. Okay. What is this? I'm in the sky. I'm in the sky? Where are we going? Are we gonna see Tyler? Tyler, we're coming to heaven. Oh. Oh, girl, I fell. Yeah, what was I doing? Okay. Okay, so we can't fall. Oh, we can't. We can't go around that way. Okay, we can fall. So, like, don't do that. Oh, should we clean this up? Is there anything else we need over here? Like, what's this? Nothing. I mean, this has got to be it, right? Like, there's nothing else. We just have to be careful. We just have to go slow. I was running. That's where we went wrong. It's a little windy too, so like, gotta be careful. This is gonna be the music. A kitty. Okay. Now what? I thought we were gonna see Tyler. Oh, the taxi's here to pick me back up. You know. Like he does. Thanks. Thanks, dude. And now we're back in the normal apartment. Okay. Well, bye, bud. That was fun. Are we done? Oh, we still got one furniture. Is that one box? There wasn't a box out on that cloud, was there? There wasn't another box up here. I don't think. I thought the little bell, like, snapping into place was gonna be our furniture. That was... Like, does this move? These move? No. That's gross. It's like a dead, decaying fish. None of these move. Can't believe we're gonna get foiled by one of the boxes after what we just did and went through. I think there's no boxes that we missed in here. Oh. Nothing here. I mean, the only other thing we weren't really sure about was this area. Like, there's... I don't know how to get in there, though. Do we look at that lady's walkthrough again? She's a genius. Next. Previous. Wait, she might not have the next one posted. What was it called? What is this one called? Friendly Fire. I don't think she has the next one. And the lady this is doing this is Camzilla'sMom.com. I don't know what that means. She's funny. Okay. Nightmare mode. Friendly. Oh. She says move 109 furniture back to their places. We only have 106. Where's she getting 109 from? Okay, she doesn't have anything about the little bathroom area. Like, she doesn't show that as a place where you can pick something up. I wonder if it's just one that's in the pile that we're not noticing isn't clicked in. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, one of these is like a free ranger and we're not realizing it. Excuse me. I mean, it doesn't help when I like run right into it. That's not helping anything. These all look really clicked in though, I must say. Like, the free floating one is like killing me. Look, that one's free floating too. No, we're not hitting it with the mop. Absolutely not. I value myself as a person too much to do that to myself. I mean, that's one way to do it, right? Wouldn't... Hidden in plain sight. But now we have to figure out where the fuck it goes. Where the fuck? It's gotta go under the one of the free floating ones, right? Where did it go? Oh my god. Where does it go? Where does it go? It's gotta go somewhere inside. Hello? I mean, look for asymmetry. Yes. Oh my god. After like being abysmal at the last two maps yesterday, we are 100%ing the last two times. We're killing it. And that got us the kitty. I think I'm gonna equip the kitty and we'll go to the next map, but I probably won't start the next map yet. Got it. Look at it. So beautiful. Too bad we can't listen to any of the music, because I'm pretty sure it's like copyright strike. Plus I have it on streamer mode anyway. I don't even think it'll play if I wanted it to. Okay, that got us the kitty. I wonder if it just says meow like over and over and over again. Okay, the next one is the party, the campground area, which was a huge map. Yeah, look, it's still large, it says. What? So when you go into the true cleaner mode, you don't have any of this. Limited upgrades. I wonder what that means. Those I might do in my spare time. I might not stream that, because I assume I'll be raging the entire time.
This land is much older than we can imagine. One would say if you want to throw a party, you don't need history classes. At least, not to wake up any ghosts.
Oh my god, it looks so spooky. So spooky. Spooky. Oh, we already got... Oh, a pentagram. We're gonna be very... Oh god, they're so close to me.
Why have you called us? This place is already ours.
Every 10 years, this land needs to run rent with blood. And the chaos must reign. That is the law. All hail the wicked one.
Okay then. Okay then. What is this? What's happening over here? Is that man alive? Why does he look alive? Okay, we are just here to see the kitty. Oops, not that. Oh, it's so cute. Oh no. I just wanted to know, like, what it would say and stuff. It's purring. It's so cute. I love it. Okay, I'm not gonna start cleaning this one. We're just kind of looking around. These people look very alive. And that kind of concerns me. Oh my god, look up there. This is the map we get. For finishing this one, you get like a lamp that looks like a demon or something. Oh my god, I don't like it in there. Oh, we can't even go in there if we want to. This is crazy. I mean, he basically did a whole other game. Like, why did he not charge money for this? Like, I think this is just a one dev game. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm wrong, but you know, regardless, they deserve to charge money for this. It's literally just a whole separate game. Like, Crime Scene Cleaner isn't even expensive. I think it's only like $19.99 or something, and it's just nuts. There's a piece of cheese in there. Okay. Okay. Why is this all like... Okay, okay. I'm gonna call it here for today. I don't know. I might be back tonight playing more of this. I don't know. Or maybe Dave and I could play Baldur's Gate or something. I don't know. But either way, this is... I have no notes. You know I don't like puzzles, and that was a rough map for me, but I mean, you can't complain about that. I'm sure a lot of people, that's their thing, so... Every map's not for every person. But it was fun. Really, really, really fun. I love this game. Game of the year every year in my house. So, alright. Let's play you out. Of anybody that stopped by, thanks so much. And have a good day.